right, everybody, welcome in. This is Venus Callida. We're here trying to make a smooth transition to greet all of my subscribers out there who are from other parts of the world than where I live. And today I have been inspired from where I see some of my subscribers are from, Vietnam. And so I've got my I Love Vietnam apron on. I've got my boba tea beside me here with some little sweetbreads, and I am ready for business. So welcome to this week's episode of Riddle Me Din Din. It's our live show 3 out of 4 times a week, and in this month, since we've got 5 Tuesdays, we're going to have it 4 times live this month, but still we'll have Riddle Me Snack Night the night that I do have to head off to my meetings. So for today, we've got a 3-part mini menu, and I just want to say I am so excited for you to try this. It is just another savory adventure, and I am serving up a 3-part mini menu for some surprise meal of our day. My apron is the hint. So here we go. Here's round 1. Riddle me this. Where did Harry Styles go to school? Riddle number 2. What happens when citrus fruits work overtime? Riddle number 3. What runs but never gets tired? Riddle number 4. What is the one thing Spider-Man can't eat? Riddle number 5. What do you call a fish with no eye? Riddle number 6. Why did the baby bell pepper put on a sweater? And riddle number 7. Why do cloves use for money? Oh, I said that wrong. What do cloves use for money? What do cloves use for money? Do dee do dee do dee do do dee do dee do dee dee dee. Okay, miss you, Alex. Anyways, here we go. Let's review. Riddle number 1. Where did Harry Styles go to school? Watermelon Sugar High. We're going to need 1 tablespoon plus a teaspoon of sugar. Riddle number 2. What happens when citrus fruits work overtime? They get lime and a half. Get it? Lime and a half? We're going to need 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. Riddle number 3. What runs but never gets tired? It's water, and we're going to need a 1/4 cup of warm water or as needed. In riddle number 4, what is the one thing Spider-Man can't eat? It's Uncle Ben's rice. That's Uncle Ben's. Belongs to him. Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben's rice. We're going to need 1 teaspoon of unseasoned Japanese rice vinegar. This is optional, but really yummy. Riddle number 5. What do you call a fish with no eye? Fish. 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 Get it? There's no I in F-S-H. Fish. Anyways. And we'll need 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Riddle number 6. Why did the baby bell pepper put on a sweater? Because it was a little chilly. It was just a little baby chili. Tiny pepper. It's a baby. Anyways, I'm so sorry. We'll need 1 Thai or Serrano chili, thinly sliced. Keep the seeds intact. Or 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of chili garlic sauce or sambal oelek. And I'm sorry if I said that wrong. O-E-L-E-K. Oelek, which is optional, but it's good if you like something with a bit of heat. All right. So riddle number 7. What do cloves use for money? Garlic bread. Get it? Bread? Bread for money? Garlic bread. Well, we're going to need 1 clove of garlic. Mince it. This is also optional, but good for pungency. So you may ask, Venus, what does this make? It's called nuoc cham dipping sauce. And I'll be honest, haven't checked in with my Filipino friends here, but I hope I said it right. Nuoc, N-U-O-C, cham dipping sauce. And so this is a hint. This is just part 1. Here's how we put it all together. You combine 1 tablespoon of the sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of the lime juice with the water. Taste this limeade, and if needed, add the remaining 1 teaspoon of sugar and or 1.5 teaspoons of lime juice if you need to. Or if it's too strong for you, dilute it with a little bit more water. And it's up to you. It's just a taste. If there's an unpleasant, tart, or bitter edge to this when you're drinking it, add the vinegar to round things out. Finally, add the fish sauce to create a bold forward finish. And if you like, add the chilies or the garlic for that pungency and the heat we talked about. Now, once you've done this, set this aside for later. You should have a 1/2 cup of the nuoc cham, and this can be made and then refrigerated for up to 8 hours before serving. So best to serve it the same day that you've mixed it together. So what is this sauce for? Well, get ready for round 2 because we're going to make the piece that's going to need dipping. Riddle me this. Did you hear about the new sweet potato delivery service? What's it called? And riddle number 2, how did you make your soup golden? And riddle number 3, my advice, take everything with a pinch of, what am I? Riddle number 4, I'm long and thin and can make you tear up. I'm white and green. What am I? Riddle number 5, I'm a seasoning. I can make you sneeze. I'm small like a powder. What am I? Riddle number 6, what do you call a fish who's all dressed up? Riddle number 7, who is the leader of the corn army? Riddle number 8, what kind of flour should you use to make a cake for a cat? Meow meow. Riddle number 9, why did the bacon laugh? Riddle number 10, my name is the blend of the words Canada and oil. I'm used for cooking because of my neutral flavor, and I can be used to deep fry or in a salad dressing. What am I? Riddle number 11, how did tacos say grace? Riddle number 12, did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers and got rich? What did you hear? Finally, riddle number 13. You know me by the name coriander, and I'm used to flavor food. What am I? Well, Msoul, this is one of the longer ones, but get those recording devices ready because every answer is an ingredient on our list. So, for riddle number 1, if you heard about the new sweet potato delivery service, it's called Yamazon. 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 We're going to need 3 cups or 12 ounces of grated white sweet potato. And so buy about a 1-pounder for easy prep. And riddle number 2, how you make a soup golden. Add 24 carrots. Right? 24 karat gold. 24 carats. Bugs Bunny would be proud. 1 cup or 3.5 ounces of grated carrots are what we're going to need for this recipe. Riddle number 3, my advice is to take everything with a pinch of salt. We're going to need a pinch of salt. You can round out about a 1/2 teaspoon of fine sea salt for this recipe. And in riddle number 4, long and thin, can make you tear up. It's white and green. It's spring onion. So we'll need about 3 tablespoons of lightly packed, finely chopped green onion, green and the white parts included. In riddle number 5, the seasoning that can make you sneeze, and it's a powder, it's sprinkly pepper. So use 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Riddle number 6, what you call a fish who's all dressed up? Sophisticated. 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 Sophisticated, yes. And we're going to need 2 teaspoons of fish sauce. In riddle number 7, the leader of the corn army, the colonel, of course, K-E-R-N-A-L, the colonel. We'll need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. We'll need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. All right. Riddle number 8, what kind of flour should you use to make a cake for a cat? All-purpose flour. Pussy flour. All right, I'm so sorry. So we'll need 3 tablespoons of white or brown rice flour, such as Bob's Red Mill. I'm not trying to plug anything. Or all-purpose flour can do just fine. In riddle number 9, why the bacon laughed? Because the egg cracked a yolk. Not a joke, but a yolk. The egg cracked a yolk. All right, we're going to need 1 large egg. And riddle number 10, my name is a blend of the words Canada and oil. I didn't actually know this or think about it until I was looking it up. So we combine Canada and oil to make canola, and it's used for cooking because of the neutral flavor, deep fry, or in a salad dressing. Canola oil, we're going to need about 1/3 cup. Or another neutral oil, whatever is to your fancy. Now, how did tacos say grace? Let us pray. Let us, homonym, L-E-T-T-U-C-E. Let us pray. So, we're going to need the leaves from 1 head of soft leaf lettuce, such as a butter or Boston or a red leaf. And in riddle number 12, did you hear about the guy who invented the lifesavers and got rich? Yeah, he made a mint. We're going to need about anywhere from 8 to 14 bushy sprigs of mint or basil or another soft leaf herb of your choosing. Riddle number 13. You know me by the name coriander? I flavor food? It's cilantro. Cilantro is said to come from the stem part of the plant where the seeds and the leaves of the coriander are used for the things we call coriander over here in the Americas. And we'll need about 10 to 12 sprigs of cilantro. So, Venus, you may ask, what is this ingredient list for? Crispy sweet potato pancake lettuce wraps. And for this part of the recipe, these ingredients make for the pancakes and garnish part of the dish. So here's how we put it all together. And this is what that sauce is for that we just made. All right, salt and squeeze out the sweet potatoes and carrots. In a large bowl, combine the grated sweet potatoes, carrots, and salt. Massage with both hands until wet and squishy for about 1 minute. It's kind of therapeutic to make this one. Transfer the grated veggies to a piece of muslin or a non-terry dish towel and wrap the veggies in the towel. Standing over the sink, firmly squeeze and twist to expel the moisture, and then dump the veggies that are left behind into a dry bowl. Now we're going to assemble the pancake batter. Add the green onion, mixing with a fork to distribute well. Mix in the pepper, fish sauce, cornstarch, rice flour, and the egg. Break it up with a fork and mix it really well. Press the mixture down to compact it and then divide it into 8 portions like a pie using about a 1/4 cup measuring scoop. You're going to fry the pancakes. Warm a large nonstick skillet over medium heat, then add about 2 tablespoons of oil to film the bottom. Fry in 2 batches, 4 pancakes at a time. For each one, use a fork and your fingers to scoop up the 1/4 cup portions of the potato and carrot mixture, 1 wedge of the pie, if you will, and deposit it into the skillet, spreading and flattening the mixture with the measuring cup bottom and the fork to make 3 1/2-inch wide pancakes, and kind of like the shape of, kind of like the, it doesn't matter if it doesn't need to be a perfect circle. It's homemade. Enjoy it. So you're going to fry these for about 3 minutes until the bits of the fringe-like edges are richly brown and crisp. Then you're going to drizzle 2 to 3 teaspoons of the oil on top of the pancakes and wield 2 spatulas to carefully flip each one over. The pancakes are going to be delicate, so the 2 spatulas together to turn one at a time is super handy. Fry for about 3 minutes longer on the other side until it's crisp and brown underneath. Then you're going to cool them on a rack and fry up the remaining batch. Okay, and from here, here's how we assemble and serve these lettuce wraps. You serve with the lettuce, herbs, and sauce, and let everyone they can build their own lettuce leaf wraps containing a piece of the pancake. You can even use scissors or use your fork or your fingers to break up the pancake into smaller pieces that are easy to wrap up in the lettuce. And with 2 or 3 herb leaves, or the mint leaves or the basil leaves, put them inside, wrap it in there with the pancake bits inside this lettuce, and you can put the torn cilantro sprigs in there too. Once it's all wrapped in the lettuce, you dip it in the sauce and you eat it. And these are really best the day that they're made, so nice and fresh. Now, you know how to make the pancakes, the dipping sauce, and how to wrap it all up. But we want something else to round out our meal tonight. So what would go nicely with this salad type kind of a wrap? Let's find out. Here's round 3. Let's go. Riddle me this. Charles Dickens walks into a bar and orders a martini. What does the bartender ask? Riddle number 2. Did you know that Sean Connery is a massive fan of onions? That's the whole question. Riddle number 3. How do you fix a broken pizza? Riddle number 4. What is a chef's weapon of choice? Riddle number 5. What is a hen's favorite type of movie? Riddle number 6. I'm prepared for up to 2 years from fermented anchovies and salt, and I'm used to flavor food. What am I? Riddle number 7. What does a demon eat for breakfast? Riddle number 8. I'm harvested from the berries of my plant while still unripe and used either whole or ground up as a spice condiment. What am I? Riddle number 9. What kind of horse does an onion ride? Riddle number 10. My name scores 10 points on a Scrabble board, and my name's origin comes from Spain in the 1920s. Some say I taste like soap, But in this recipe, I promise you I'm dope. What am I? Do, 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 do. All right. I think I've given you enough time to think about it. Get your recording devices ready. We want to get all of our ingredients together. So in our first riddle, for round 3, Charles Dickens walks into a bar and orders a martini. The bartender asks, olive or twist? So we're going to need some olive oil. You know, like my grandmother says, this much, as she waves her hand in the air. In riddle number 2, did you know that Sean Connery is a massive fan of onions? Yeah, apparently he likes them shallot. He likes them shallot. Har har. Okay, we're going to need 3 shallots thinly sliced. How do you fix a broken pizza? With tomato paste. Paste it back together. Hee hee. Well, we need 3 medium tomatoes cut into wedges or 4 really small tomatoes. All right. In riddle number 4, what is a chef's weapon of choice? An assault rifle. Assault rifle. An assault rifle. Hee hee hee. We're going to need a ½ teaspoon of salt. All right. Riddle number 5, a hen's favorite type of movie, a chick flick, of course. Chick. We're going to need 3 1/4 cups of chicken broth, or just plain water if you're watching your salt, or if you're a vegetarian even. All right. In riddle number 6, I am prepared for up to 2 years from fermented anchovies and salt used to flavor food. It is fish sauce, and we're going to need 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. I didn't know it took 2 years. Something interesting I found out today. Use it to taste. In riddle number 7, what does a demon eat for breakfast? Deviled eggs, of course. They're deviled eggs. We need 3 large eggs and beaten. Oh my. Riddle number 8, I'm harvested from the berries of my plant, still unripe, either whole or ground up. What spice condiment is this? It's black pepper, the powder stuff, added to taste. Usually for me that's just about a pinch. In riddle number 9, the kind of horse an onion rides, a scallion. It's a scallion. We're going to need some thinly sliced scallions. Riddle number 10. My name scores 10 points on a Scrabble board. My name's origin comes from Spain from the 1920s. It tastes like soap, but I'm going to be dope in this recipe. It is cilantro again, and we're going to need at least 1 bunch of roughly chopped sprigs there. All right, what do we do with these ingredients? First, you're going to place a pot over medium heat and add some oil. Place the pot. No, lace it with the oil. Once the oil is hot, add the sliced shallots, stir and cook until fragrant and just lightly browned. You're going to add the tomato wedges into the pot, continue to stir and cook until the outside of the tomatoes starts to look soft and mushy. Add the salt and give everything a quick stir. Next, add the chicken broth or your water to the pot. Bring the soup to a boil, then lower to a simmer and continue to cook for a few minutes to let the flavors combine. Season with the fish sauce to taste. While the soup is simmering, drizzle the beaten eggs slowly into the pot while stirring in a circular motion. This will stop it from turning into scrambled eggs as you put it in. And use a pair of chopsticks or a ladle to do this. Depending on the speed that you stir, you'll have large or small egg ribbons. Don't stir too fast, it'll break up the eggs into tiny, tiny pieces. Sprinkle the soup with black pepper, chopped scallions, and cilantro. Transfer everything into your serving boils. Serve immediately. Putting the fish sauce in this soup will complement the fish sauce that's already in your dip for your lettuce wraps. So, V, you might ask, what does this make? It's a Vietnamese dish called tomato egg drop soup. And the preparation time is about 5 minutes. It cook time, really about only 10 minutes, altogether 15 minutes of your life. So tonight's 3-part mini menu is a staycation to Vietnam, a soup and a sandwich wrap with a nice dipping sauce on the side. I really hope that you enjoy this little foodie adventure. I really love it. I was surprised and I learned a little bit about the ingredients along the way too. So that's it for this edition of Riddle Me Din Din. Bon appetit, Msoul, and I'll see you next week. Au revoir.